Okay, what is up, everybody? Is Jamaal, aka Boss Eagle, the Firebird, here with Business Minded Musicians, and welcome to Biz Minded Mondays. Um, I am going to see if I can turn down my volume. There we go. So that I don't hear myself delayed back in my headphones here. But welcome to Biz Minded Mondays here on the Biz Minded Boss Twitch channel. If you don't know who I am, or if you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Jamaal, aka Boss Eagle. I am a Billboard-charting hip-hop artist and a music business coach, and the owner and founder of Business Minded Musicians. And so I help independent musicians grow their music career. I mostly focus on marketing, tech, social media, miscellaneous music business, etc. And I am just like many of you. I am a music artist as well, and so I'm going through the journey. I'm right there with you, and a lot of the stuff that I talk about and share with you is stuff that I've either gone through or I'm going through or trying out, excuse me, et cetera, et cetera. And so one of the things that I really enjoy is being able to be a music business coach and educator. I just launched my first course called Fan Base Growth Accelerator. And so I'm super excited about that. And so what I love doing is being able to, answer questions or help independent artists with questions that they might have. And so what I'm hoping to do a lot with Music Biz Mondays is to be able to answer questions, whether those would be questions that you can submit ahead of time via email, and I'll have some information below this video on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever you're watching this, and or being able to have folks ideally come on live during these Music Biz Mondays. And so we're gonna jump in. If you want to go ahead and follow me on Twitch, you can certainly do that. I'm at Biz Minded Boss on Twitch. I'm really excited about Twitch. I'm excited to start using this. So I am gonna go ahead and grab my first question or topic here. Again, this is going to be a lot of times mostly for answering the questions that you all have about your approach to the music industry and trying to grow in that, and questions that you might have. And so I am going to tackle one of the first questions today. So let's see here. Let me grab this. Hope you all are doing well, by the way. Hope you're having a good start to your Monday. And yeah, so the first question, probably gonna, probably keep this one short. A lot of times, what the questions I'll get or the responses that I'll get to my survey that I have that is in my artist resource guide, which I'll leave a link below if you want to grab a free copy of that. A lot of questions that people have are actually about marketing, which is kind of cool because that's what I do, and so that's super exciting. And so what I'm gonna do here is this question right here. A lot of times, some people are independent artists, but some folks might also be like a producer or a DJ or a some type of manager, like a momager or a dadager. And some of the questions right here, I'll just kind of go with this first one. This is from FinysterMX, and this person is they've identified themselves as a manager, either a momager or a dadager. And one of the questions that I often ask, especially through my survey, is what is your biggest challenge in your music career right now? And then also, what would you like to learn that you feel would be helpful in your music career? And one of the answer to that was marketing. What would you like to learn that you feel would be more helpful, that you feel would be helpful in your music career? And like I said, a lot of folks will talk about marketing because marketing is one of those. It's one of those concepts that is broad, but if you understand certain strategies and techniques, you can really make it work for you. But it is one of those things that tends to be scary for people. And so, my kind of response to that in terms of marketing is you have to, first of all, you have to find out where your people are. I think that's the first thing is because the tendency for a lot of us, especially as independent artists, is to try to do everything and be everywhere. And there's a place I think for being. There's something to be said for being in multiple places because you never know where people are going to discover you. So, like I said, making sure that you understand where your audience is and how you want to create your strategies around that. So, marketing, like I said, it's marketing is a universal language, but it is definitely one of those things that you have to understand the importance of the message and the communication that you're putting in front of those people. Does it make sense for them? um, what tools are you using? Are you putting pictures in front of them? Are you putting videos in front of them? Are you putting audio in front of them? My new course, Fan Base Growth Accelerator, actually uses um, short, like, well, depending on what platform you're using, but uses music videos with your music, obviously, to put in front of targeted audience, of people that would be possibly interested in your type of music. And so I think that's one of the best things to do, is because you have the audio and you have the visual. I also, in the course, I teach you how to create music videos and music visuals, even if you don't have any. I know a lot of independent artists don't have official music videos. They don't have official, like, live performance videos. I don't have any official music videos as of yet, but I do have a lot of live performance video, and so that's what I tend to use. But lyric videos work great, video visuals, and I teach you how to create those, even if you don't have them inside the course too. And so that definitely works. But as far as then once you kind of identify where those people are, I think again, with that, it's also important to understand and to know. It's important to know the right people to put your music in front of. And that's huge, because if you're just throwing your music out there in front of any and everyone, it may not work. And so what I do is I have a video actually on YouTube. It's called "Go Fishing: How to Grow Your Fan Base," and it talks all about that, about how you actually identify similar artists, big name artists that you're similar to, that have that they already basically have ponds, right? These labels and stuff, they've already spent the time and the money and the energy and everything else to create all of this for their artists. And so what you're doing is basically taking advantage of that. You know what I mean? You're taking advantage of the fact that they've already gone through this and put a lot of this stuff together already, and then we're just taking our music and we're putting it in front of them. So the example that I use is, if you are, say, a solo female country singer, and you realize, hey, I'm kind of similar to these artists, Carrie Underwood, Kelsey Ballerini, Maren Morris, Miranda Lambert, etc. Then what you would do is you would take your music and you go put it in front of the fans of those people, right? It's not to say that other fans of other types of country artists wouldn't enjoy your music. It's not to say that at all. It's not to say that fans of Lady A wouldn't enjoy your music, or Sam Hunt or whatever. But when you're starting, you're putting your music in front of similar artists. If you're a solo pop, male pop artist, then you might start by putting your music in front of the fans of Nick Jonas and Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Liam Payne, Justin Bieber, even Ed Sheeran, right? Because the audiences of those people are one already built and they're already kind of predisposed, obviously, to liking that music because they've already indicated that. And then and the way that we find that, and the way that I've found has really worked, is by using paid ads. I think that it's one of the greatest ways to be able to promote your music. It's one of the fastest ways to promote your music, but it's also a very targeted way as well to promote your music, because especially if those artists are designated interests on Facebook, you can use that to take your music and put it right in front of them. So you're using paid ads and you're putting your music right in front of those people. I am a hip hop artist, but I do have a kind of hip hop meets Motown song. It's called Baby, and when I perform the song, I have a custom made suit that's like a la the Temptations, circa 1965, and so it's full top to bottom. I mean, I had special glasses, from that era that are just clear. I don't wear glasses, but they're just clear. These are just computer glasses, just to block blue light. But I had frames that I bought. I have a custom made suit. I spent a ton of time on the internet looking for white men's ankle boots, or men's white ankle boots, not for white men necessarily, but men's white ankle boots from around that look kind of around that era. And I would do like a kind of a quick costume change on stage and go into that song. And I started I ran 4 clips of that live performance to just Bruno Mars fans. And people were like, okay, well, why Bruno Mars fans? And it's because of what Bruno is doing now with Silk Sonic, right? Him and Anderson .Paak and that kind of old school kind of vibe and everything. And just 2 of those videos of the 4 that I ran ads for got almost 500,000 views. I think one of the videos alone got 7,000 reactions, so your likes and loves. The other one got about 34, 35. One of the videos got 100 shares. The other one got maybe around half that. I can actually go there. It's actually on my. Let's see here. Oops. Let's see. Actually, I'll just do this so I can show you. So these, and a lot of times what I'll do is I actually will run, I'll run them as post ads. And so the results, you can actually go to my YouTube at Boss Eagle Music. I'm sorry, not my YouTube, my Facebook at Boss Eagle Music, and you can see these results for yourself because they're right on the front page. Let's see, I'm gonna go to this course. So I can see the numbers there. No, that's not what I want. There we go. This is the page that I want. All right. So let's see. One of those videos, I got 267,000 views, 7,000 reactions, 79 shares, and 14 comments. And then the other one got 203 views, 3,400 reactions, 99 shares, and 12 comments. So, that's actually pretty amazing. You know what I mean? Like, the views is one thing, right? To get combined, almost 500,000 views, and this was over about a 3-month period. But 7,000 reactions on one, so 7,000 likes, loves, etc. And then between the two, almost 200 shares, which is the big thing, right? Because when somebody is sharing something, that means like they like it so much that they're willing to tell the other people in their life about it by sharing it to their own timeline. So shares are huge, and that's really one of the keys, that you're looking for when you're marketing. And then again, the comments as well. sometimes comments are not always positive. Sometimes you're gonna have haters the more that you put your music out there. And I've certainly, had a few here from time to time, but for the majority of even the comments, it's usually people being like, I like this, great beat, or a little GIF or something with an applause. But to, like I said, to have nearly 200 shares and almost 11,000 people, over 10,000 people liking and giving you a heart and saying that they really enjoy this. That's huge. And that is marketing. That is targeted marketing, right? I didn't run these videos to Taylor Swift fans. I didn't run these videos to Imagine Dragon fans. I didn't run these videos to even Drake fans, right? I ran this video specifically, and in my messaging called out a specific group of people. So those would be, like I said, a couple of the big things that I would recommend that you consider when you are figuring out, how do I market my music. First, you want to try to identify, okay, where am I going to place this, right? Where do I want to market? Where is my audience, and what makes the most sense? Is it print? Is it digital? Is it billboards? I mean, I don't know that I would go that route. I think digital is probably the best and the fastest way right now, right? Because we're in a digital world. But I would also say that once you kind of get past that, then you have to figure out who it is, right? And you can swap those, right? But you need to figure out, who does it make sense for me to put my music in front of, right? And where are those people? And a lot of those people are on they're on social media. All right. And then once you kind of identify those, then you identify the strategies and the tactics behind them. It's not rocket science. It's excuse me. It's not as hard as maybe some people want to make it sound. There are a lot of people out there who have this negative, view, or this aversion to running paid ads. We've probably all heard at some point, Facebook ads don't work. Yes, they do. It's just that you don't know how to run Facebook ads, right? That's typically the problem for most people, is understanding ad structure. It's understanding what types of ads to run, how to get the return that you're seeking based on the campaign objective, those types of things inside of the Facebook ad structure. And so you can get great results, and you can get tons of people that are viewing your videos, hearing your music. I also teach in the course how to then not only do that. So in the course, I actually teach you kind of start to finish. So I start with the structure, the foundation. How do you set all this up on the back end first, right? It's not just run out the gate. It's like, how do you walk first, right? And then how do you run? And then how do you explode that? So, how do you get everything set up correctly first? Then I go into the ads manager and ad structure and all that stuff. But then on the back end, I also teach you how to sell your products on the back end, right? How can you make either front end or back end money off of that by using the results and all those things to drive people to a website, to a landing page, to an offer, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to, check that out, I'll leave a link below as well, where you can check out the course, and you can see more of what's involved in Fanbase Growth Accelerator. But that's, marketing, like I said, it's such a broad concept. It's such a broad thing, but it should be very detailed. It should be very specific. And once you start to lock in on things, and you start to get good results, then you're just scaling from there. You're just expanding out your reach, going targeting different artists, targeting maybe different different genres. Being more open with how you're basically how you're reaching out to people. Like, for example, you may want to start a little bit more specific at first when you're targeting certain artists, but then I could also target people who like, say, underground hip hop. I could target people who like old school hip hop. I could target certain sub genres or sub demographics of this whole called like rap and hip hop, right? But just remember, the riches are in the niches. That's what they say. But marketing is all about testing. It's all about trying and trying and trying again. And you may not nail it the first time around, but there are some things that you can do to make sure that to ensure that you get closer to that, from the beginning. But you're always going to be testing. You're always going to be trying different things, different offers, different approaches, different angles. And so the key is to not give up, and is to keep testing and keep trying, keep failing and keep learning and keep growing and keep going. So I want to say thank you to I'm probably butchering this name, FinysterMX. FinysterMX. I want to say thank you for your response on the survey. If you are interested in having your question or something like that discussed on one of these episodes of Biz Minded Mondays, then by all means, go ahead and email me below at questions@bizmindedmusic.com. That's questions@bizmindedmusic.com. And maybe one of your questions will end up on one of these episodes one time. Also, if you want to check out the course Fan Base Growth Accelerator, you can do that as well. And I'll also leave some other links. Check out the description below. I love to try to leave you all, or try to show you all different ways to grow your music business. I'm a firm believer in kind of using a variety of methods, not just getting stuck on one. So I do typically try to show you free ways and paid ways. That's one of the things that I've learned as an entrepreneur, is how do you do things, that don't cost much or anything at all. And then here are some ways to get to your results, get to your goals by paying as well. And if you can use a combination of both of those things, I think you're in a much better position. Just kind of remember, when it's free is typically going to require more time, as if you have less money, but it requires more time. Paid is usually what people will use when they have less time and more money. But if you can find some combination of both, you can do that. One other thing about Fan Base Growth Accelerator, my course, is that you can the strategy that I teach you can actually run ads for as little as $1 a day, and I'm not even kidding. And I show you how to do that. And I was getting video views at 0.002 cents per view. So that's one 1,000. I'm sorry, two 1,000ths or 2,000ths of a penny for views. And so and again, that was just one targeted artist. That was not five that I would usually recommend putting your music out there in front of. That was literally just one audience of Bruno Mars fans. And so the more that you expand that, ideally the cheaper it even get even more, because you're spreading it out to a bigger audience. And so but yeah, like I said, that was just one audience. And again, if you want to, I'll drop the link to my course below. I pull up some of those graphics and everything, and you can see this stuff. You can't make this up. This isn't fake bot stuff and fake stuff. I mean, because you can't fake reactions. Someone has to click like, they have to click love, they have to leave a comment, they have to share. And so that's my whole thing, is if you're gonna grow right, and I don't do all the fake bot stuff and fake accounts and all that stuff, so I mean, that's just my philosophy. That's just how I do things over here at Business Minded Musicians. So like I said, if you have a question that you'd like to share, that you would like for me to answer, I'll try to, get to them, all at some point. If I can, you can just go ahead and leave, you can email your question to questions@bizmindedmusic.com. And if you want to grab a copy of my free artist resource guide, I'll leave a link below so you can do that as well. Don't forget to follow me over on Twitch at Biz Minded Boss. That's BIZMINDEDBOSS, Biz Minded Boss. And you can also follow me on YouTube here on the Business Minded Musicians channel on YouTube, or on my music channel at Boss Eagle Music. So, all right. I hope you all have a great week. Happy Monday. Go have a Music Biz Monday. Keep learning, keep growing. And remember, one of the greatest investments you can make is into yourself. So never be afraid to make that investment. All right. And I will see you guys next time, or whenever. Maybe you'll see me before then. But yeah, God bless, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.